Hey guys, CompexGamer94 here. So today I'm finally back with another video. I was checking flash scores because I like to see, like, sometimes the Europa League's on, so I like to see what results were, even if it's like clubs from like Liechtenstein or whatever. I don't even care. So I realised it was actually the Premier League kicks off in about a quarter of an hour, so I thought I might as well make a video. It's all dark in here all of a sudden. The sun's gone behind the clouds. It's dark in here now. But I've done a Premier League prediction, so I have my predictions next to me on a piece of paper, which is actually a letter from school, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. So yeah, I'm going to be going through the predictions, and yeah, and at the end of the season we can see how many I got right. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so in 20th position I've put Huddersfield. They won't have as good as a season as they did last season, and they didn't even have a great one last season, so I think they're going to go down. They don't really have any great players, and it's second season, so it might not be so good for them. 19th, I've put Crystal Palace. It depends on Zaha, really. He stayed, he didn't leave, but, well, he depends what season he has. If he has a good season, he could finish, like, 13th, you know, like mid-table, or below mid-table, you know what I mean, though. And if he has a bad one, then they could actually be going down, so, yeah, I'll put them in 19th, but it could change. 18, I put Cardiff, so they didn't really do much in the transfer window. I mean, they signed a few players, but they're not brilliant. So I put them just below the drop zone, so I think they're going to finish 18th. Brighton, same story as Huddersfield. They've signed a few players, to be fair. I think they signed some Iranian guy. I can't even remember his name. So he's quite good, but I think they might just do enough. 16, I put Watford. They lost that Rick Carlison guy, whatever his name was, to Everton. And he was kind of their main actual player, and he wasn't even that good, so they don't really have anyone that great. So yeah, I put them in 16th. 15th, I put Southampton. They didn't do so well last season, just avoided relegation, I think, beating Swansea. And I put them in 15th. They didn't really sign anyone that great, so yeah, I put them in 15th. 14, I put Bournemouth. Again, they're not great. This is like their third or fourth season, I think, in a row in the Premier League. Again, they've not signed anyone brilliant, so we'll just have to see. I reckon about 14th, 13th for them. 13, I put Newcastle. I reckon they're going to have a similar season to what they did last time. They got a few decent players. They got Kennedy on loan from Chelsea, I think. He's quite good. So yeah, I think it could be 13. It could be as high as, 10 or 9. 12th, I put Leicester. I mean, I don't know. They might win the title again. But I don't think that's going to actually happen. I've put them in 12th. I mean, they've got Jamie Vardy. Depends how he does as well. So he scores like 20 goals a season. They lost Mahrez to City. So yeah, I put them in 12th. But again, it could be higher. 11, I put Burnley. I don't think they're going to have as good a season last time. Especially because they've actually got to play in the Europa League. So they're going to have more games to play. So yeah, I put them in 11th because I don't think they're going to do as well as they did last time. Right then, top half of the table. Ooh. 10, I put West Ham. They have made so many transfers, like, oh my god. They've signed some guy, Felipe Anderson from Lazio, Jack Wilshere from Arsenal. They've signed a few others that I can't quite remember. I think a goalkeeper from Sevilla on deadline day. Oh no, sorry, that was Fulham. But yeah, they are pretty good. So they made quite a few signings, so I think they might come 10th, but depends. If they don't do well, I'm assuming they're going to do well. But if they don't do well, it could be, 14, 15. 9, I put Fulham now. They just got promoted, obviously, beating Aston Villa 1-0. They've made so many signings. That's that guy from, what's his name, Sevilla. They've signed, I won't be able to name any now, but they've signed a Dendoncker, I think, or was that Wolves? I get confused now, you see, but they've signed a lot of decent players, not even, like, bad ones, like, pretty good players. So I think they could be, like, pretty well. I think they're going to do top half, but, again, if the signings don't do well, then they're not going to do so well, so it could be 10 or 11 for them. In 8th, I put Everton. Yeah, I mean, they signed a lot of players. No real, great players. Rooney left to the MLS to play for Dallas FC, I think. And, yeah, again, I mean, they signed people, but they're not that great. They're always kind of, the best of the rest, like 6th or 7th all the time, so I've put them in 8th. Because I think that Wolves are actually going to come 7th. They have signed more players than I can even count. Well, I can count to like 10, but you know what I mean. They've signed Rui Patricio on a free, that was unbelievable. Who else have they signed? I won't be able to remember any again. They've signed Ruben. Oh no, they already had him. They've signed. That's Fulham. Fulham signed Mitrovic as well. I forgot to say. Who else have they signed? So again, I can't remember the signings. As soon as I stop recording, I'll remember them. But anyway, they've signed plenty of players. A lot of Portuguese and Spanish players. And yeah, they've got a good squad. I reckon they're going to be, best of the rest. And if Arsenal or Chelsea have a bad season, they could get Champions League football. So yeah. And now the traditional top 6. I put Arsenal in 6th again. It depends on the new manager. He might do well and he might come top 4, and he might just be the same as Wenger and come 6th or even 7th. So yeah, I mean they've got Aubameyang. I think he'll score quite a few goals. Lacazette's alright, I suppose. So yeah, let's see how they do. 5th I put Chelsea. I think they're going to finish 5th again. They signed Jorginho from Napoli. They also signed that, I can't even say his name, Arabzagla. Oh god, that sounds so stupid. From Athletic Bilbao. Yeah, they lost Courtois, obviously. They kept Hazard, which is, fair play. And, yeah, I think they're going to come 5th. So, now into the top 4. I put Spurs in 4th. I think they'll probably do that. Harry Kane's probably going to get, 25 goals. Yeah, they finished 3rd last season. I don't think they're going to do quite as well. I think that, they'll do better than Chelsea and Arsenal, so that means they kind of have to come 4th. So, in 3rd place, who I think are just going to do a little bit better, are Liverpool, the worst team. Yeah, I mean, they've signed a few players, Alisson, Fabinho, Naby Keita, however you say it. But yeah, they'll probably do alright, to be honest. They've been at top clubs, so I mean, they should be alright. But yeah, I think 3rd or 4th is more appropriate. Salah, depends. He might have another good season, score 30-odd goals, but you never know, it depends. In 2nd, I put Man United, the best team in the league. Yeah, I mean, a bit disappointed with the transfer. Only signed a few players, only one of which was quite decent, But I mean, we came 2nd last time, so we can't. There's no reason why we can't do it again. We didn't really lose anyone great. So yeah, hopefully we'll come 2nd or even 1st. But in 1st place, I have gone with Manchester City. I mean, you can't not put them in 1st place after the season they had last season, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, 100 points last season was very good. They should be able to beat pretty much everyone. And yeah, they've got Aguero, Jesus, they've got squad depth everywhere. So yeah, I think they're going to come 1st and win the Premier League. So yeah, just for confirmation, I think Cardiff, Crystal Palace and Huddersfield will get relegated. Chelsea will finish in the Europa League group stage spot. And then Spurs, Liverpool, United and City will get Champions League football. So yeah, at the end of the season, in approximately, 38 weeks, we will do a reaction to it and see how many I got right. And yeah, so that is going to conclude the video, guys. I hope you like it. If you do, obviously like and subscribe. And feel free to comment if you disagree. And yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.